Dear learners, in this video we are going to discuss about functional interfaces in Java. A functional interface in Java is an interface which has only one abstract method, making it suitable for use with lambda expressions and method references. These interfaces are used to provide a clear way to create instances of the single method interfaces without having to create a full class to implement the interface. The lambda expression in Java provide a way to implement the functional interfaces in a more concise and in a readable manner. We'll discuss a program for functional interfaces and lambda expressions. Here we define an interface first. The name of the interface is addition, which contains only one abstract method. So this addition is what we call it as a functional interface here. And we define a main method in which we have defined the lambda expression. We have written a lambda expression to implement this single method of the functional interface. Usually in case of interfaces, how do we implement this method is we have to create a full class, like another class has to be created that implements this interface called as addition, and within that class you have to provide the definition for the method, abstract method that is defined within the interface, right? So here in case of implementation with the lambda expression, we have no need to create a full class for implementing this method alone. Instead, we can provide the inline implementation of the method. So what is being done here within the main method is, so the interface name is addition. Interface for the interface we have the variable ad1 is created, and on the right hand side we have the lambda expression. So the lambda expression syntax is the argument list that is given here within this parenthesis, that is the method arguments. This argument is indicating the argument of the method that is defined within the functional interface. So the sum method contains two arguments. So here the lambda expression here is also given two arguments. Okay, followed by that we have the arrow token and the method body. So what it is going to do is it is going to perform the addition of a plus b. So the expression for addition is written here. So here it is a single line code, so we have no need to open a curly bracket to provide this definition, that is a plus b, because here the concept involved is simply sum of two numbers, so that the simple expression is a plus b. So it is a single line lambda expression, so which can be defined without the curly bracket itself, simply like this. And once this lambda expression is written, the definition for the method is provided. That is, what the sum method is going to do is it adds up the two arguments within it, which is a plus b. Okay, and here the method definition is provided by using the lambda expression. To invoke the method is what is done in the next line. So the interface reference variable, that is ad1 dot sum of 10, 20. So here I am invoking the method by its name. The name of the abstract method which is defined within the functional interface is sum. I'll call by its name, that is ad1.sum of. It has two arguments and the two argument value is provided here, that is 10, 20. And another reference variable of this addition functional interface is created here, which is ad2. And the difference between this line and here, this one is, here the parameters, two parameters are provided implicitly. That is, we have not mentioned its data type, like what type of data A is, like we have not provided it as int A, int B, or float A, float B, etc. Okay, so A, B, simply we have given the variable names. So according to the value that is passed, the data type of A and B will be matched. Okay. The another way is we can also provide the parameters explicitly by mentioning its data type. Both ways are valid. Okay, so that is why it is shown here in both the ways. Both the ways, that is the parameters of the lambda expression can be given both implicitly as given here, or it can be given explicitly as given here. And as in the similar way, the lambda expression is being defined. After that, what we have to do is we have to invoke the method. We have to call the method by the actual arguments. We are passing the argument values here as 100, 200. So here, when you have to print it, when I execute it, you will get 2 lines of output. First line you get 10 plus 20, that is getting executed. Okay, so 10 plus 20 is getting implemented. The values 10 and 20 will be passed to this arguments, method arguments, and this lambda expression is written on the right hand side of the token. The method body is defined here. What is the sum method is going to do is sum of a and b. So that is what we have simply defined here. Provided it is a concept like calculating the factorial of a number where more than one line of code is involved. Here you can open a curly bracket, define the code, that is define the block of code, and then we can close it. Here it is simply defined as a single line lambda because the idea taken is very simple, like sum of 2 numbers. Okay, and the second line of output is 300. Here for the second time the sum method is called. I am passing the values as 100 and 200. This 100 and 200 will in turn passed to this. I am calling this sum method by using AD2. So this lambda expression will be invoked. So 100 and 200 will be passed on to the values A and B, which will work out with the sum and print the result as 300. This is how the functional interfaces and the lambda expressions work.